Hello, boys and girls. Oh, it is so good of you to join us today. I miss you all so very much, but I trust and pray that you're following the guidelines that will keep you safe so that we will see you again soon. Now, boys and girls, I have a very interesting story to tell you today, and the story comes from Second Kings chapter 5. Maybe during the week you can sit with mom and dad and have a read. The story is entitled A Little Girl Saves a Mighty Army General. A little girl, an Israelite girl to be precise, she was taken into captivity by the Syrian army. Now, the Syrian army general, his name was Naaman. And although he was an army general in charge of the entire army, he was very sick. He had a disease called leprosy. And leprosy is such a terrible disease that it can actually make the flesh fall off your body. Now, this little girl who was tending to Naaman's wife as a maid, she explained to her one day, "Oh, Mrs. Naaman, I know somebody who can help your husband, and he is a prophet in Israel. I think you should go to him, have your husband go to him so that he can get better, because this is a horrible disease." Well, word eventually went to Captain Naaman that there was a prophet who can help him. And he frowned upon the idea, a prophet, in Israel, But he was so sick that he decided to go and give it a try. And he went to Prophet Elisha. And Prophet Elijah said to him, "Oh, Naaman, you can be healed, God says, but you must go to the river Jordan and dip 7 times." River Jordan, Naaman thought. Why would I go to River Jordan? There are so many wonderful rivers in my homeland. River Jordan is filthy. And so he decided to go back home. But some of his servants said to him, "Listen, master, all they ask is that you go to River Jordan. If the prophet asked you to do some great thing, probably you would have done it. It is so simple. Why not do it?" And Naaman thought about it and he said, "You know what? Maybe I'll give it a try." And he went, boys and girls, to the River Jordan. And he went and he looked at that murky water and he thought, I don't think I can go. But then he decided to go into the water. And Naaman dipped 1 time. And he came out and he looked at his body and he said, there's nothing happening. But he dipped a second time. And he looked at his body again and said, "But I am still a leper. Look, I'm all white." But he dipped 3 times and dipped 4 times. And he thought, I wonder if this prophet knows what he's talking about. Nothing is happening to my body. 5 times, 6 times. I'm going home, thought Naaman. This is not working. But he thought, well, it's just one more time. So he dipped 7 times. And boys and girls, he came up clean. And he was so happy. He was overjoyed and he ran to Elijah and he said, "Look, your God must be the real God. I am clean. Oh, your God is good. Come, I have gifts for you," he said. And the prophet Elijah said, "You know what? I cannot accept your gifts because I didn't heal you. God healed you. You can go away with your gifts." And so Naaman left happy that he was healed because God healed him, boys and girls. And while he was going, the servant of the prophet Elijah thought, why would Prophet Elijah let that man get away with so many gifts? And greed entered his heart. And so he decided to run after him, and that's exactly what he did. And he said, "You know what? Oh, the prophet Elijah changed his mind. He'll take a couple of gifts." And so Naaman said, "Okay, no problem." And so he gave him some of the gifts. And that Gehazi went back into the presence of Elijah like nothing happened, like he never took anything from Naaman. But Elijah, remember, was a man of God, and God already revealed to him what Gehazi did. And so he said to Gehazi, Gehazi, because of what you have done, that leprosy that Naaman had would be placed on you. Boys and girls, there are three important lessons for us in this story. One, as young as you are, you can tell others of God's love. As young as you are, you can tell others that there is someone who is still in the healing business. There's so many people who are hopeless today, who think that all is lost. But I can tell you, I know you're hearing lots of news of people losing their lives, but I can tell you, I can assure you that God is still working miracles. So remind your friends when you speak to them on their phone, and remind their parents to be faithful that God can still heal us. Now, there is a second lesson for us, and that is we must not be proud. We must not be like Naaman, who would claim, well, I'm not going to go in the river Jordan. But whatever it is that God desires for us, we must let him know, God, your will be done in my life. And lesson number 3, do not lie and do not be greedy like Gehazi, going after things that are not yours. We must always speak the truth and remove greed from our hearts. Remember those 3 lessons, boys and girls. I am so happy that you've joined us today, and I can't wait to be back with you in church. I have a text for you just before you leave, and that text is actually taken from Isaiah chapter 43, verse 13, and it says, For I, the Lord thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Trust and believe, regardless of the situation, God is still there. Happy Sabbath!